There are times when you are just completely happy. There are times when you are just completely grateful to be here. There are times when you feel like you can't be stopped. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I am back with another video. Finally, special shout out to everyone who's been keeping up with me, seeing the little videos I have been posting, following me on Instagram, all that good stuff. If you are new here, I'm Karma and this is my channel centered on all things spiritual, all things aligning with your higher self, becoming the best you that you can be, with a little razzle dazzle of my art sprinkled in there. As you all know, if you watched my first video, I am going with that as if mentality, and I don't really have everything that I need right now to run a proper YouTube channel, but I am going with what I have, and one of those things is my iPhone as my camera. So I'm consistently running out of storage. I try to just, load them directly to my laptop, but there's issues there as well. So if anybody out there has some technological expertise and you have some advice for me down in the comments, let me know what that is. It's just taking me forever to really get a YouTube video posted, and then I was doing my painting videos, so I wanted to finish those, and so I just haven't got to be here just face to face with you all, like just here in a while. So I am definitely happy to be back. During that time period where I was having so many issues and so many halts, being told like, okay, no, you're not gonna be able to do anything right now, and I was just like feeling really low, and I had already kind of started like a little notepad of like a YouTube video to make for things to do when you get low. But really after coming out of that funk, I was like, now it's really time to make that video about what to do when you get low. Whatever happens, whatever it is that triggers you, what to do to get out of that. Whether it's a long-term thing, something that's going on for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, months, or whether it's a short-term thing, something that happens just really quick, a trigger where you get low and maybe it just lasts for the day or 2 days, whatever it is. Life is a vibration, so it's just up and down, up and down, up and down, all the way through. And so this is what you do when you get to that little low point. Like I said, whether it's a low that's like this, a little long, and whether it's a low that's just like that. Either way, these are some things you can do. So the first thing I would say is go outside. Go outside, period. That is so vital, so very key, because first of all, it gets you out of whatever environment that you were just in. Whether you're at work, whether you're at home, at the grocery store, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you could just step outside, that will already help you so much. Immediately alleviate some of that stress. First of all, you get that wind, you get the breeze, you get the weather, you get the sun, vitamin D. It's physically brighter outside, like it feels fresher, of course. All of that will just immediately calm you down, because what it is when you get triggered or upset or sad or anything, it's physical. Your body will physically change. So what we need to work to do whenever we get low is to calm our bodies back down. We have our body and we have our mind, and we need to be able to control both of those. And so that's one way to start controlling your body. The second thing you can do is breath work. That goes back to what I was just saying about calming your body down. Once you get outside, or even if you can't go outside, next thing you can do is breath work. I talked about this in one of my other videos before, because breath work is so vital, so key. And I always say like, oh, I'm just gonna do a separate video just going over breath work. I mean, I probably still will, but I guess since I talk about it so much already, it kind of comes up in my other videos. But I'll just kind of go over 2 of my favorite breathwork techniques, just so you kind of have those right now. One of them is 4-7-8 breathing. You remember from my other video, that is where you just inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 7 seconds, let it out for 8 seconds. Once you do that, for about a minute, 2 minutes, you'll already instantly begin to feel, your heart start going back to a regular pace. You'll unclench, like all of that will happen as soon as you start that 4-7-8 breathing. The next breathing technique that I would recommend is deep belly breathing. And with that one, you just inhale through your belly. Like your chest shouldn't move at all when you do deep belly breathing. So you just inhale deep through the belly and then exhale it all out nice and slow. The third thing that I would say to do when you get low, and I really love this one. When I first heard about it, it was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. I was just like, that's really fun. It's called the senses game. And what you do here basically is you just kind of satisfy or call attention to all of those senses. First, you want to find something that you can see. What's something that you can look at, you know, like, oh, well, if I go find that photo, instantly I'll just be chill. Find that thing that you can see that will instantly calm you down. Next, you want to find something that you can hear, something that you can listen to. Play your favorite song. Whatever it is, whatever that sound is, maybe it's just the sounds of the ocean. Find that thing that you can hear that you know, like, oh, well, when I listen to that, I'll feel better. The next would be to find something that you can smell. I have a little vanilla candle. I say little, but it literally is like this big, so I don't know why I said little. And if for whatever reason I don't have a vanilla candle, I will literally just go into the cabinet, get some vanilla extract, and just like find whatever it is that you can smell and just like take a big sniff of it. One of the next senses would be touch. Find something that you can touch that just feels amazing, makes you feel some sort of pleasure, some sort of peace. Get that. And then the last thing would be taste. Next, you want to find some good food. Maybe it's just like some gum, whatever it is that you want to eat. Back when I first heard about this, I was vegan, so I had like this little pack of Oreos, and I was like, yep. Okay, so the third thing that you can do is to just visualize in your mind the most amazing outcome. If you're stressed or low about a problem that you face, something ahead of you that you don't know how you're gonna fix, visualize the most amazing thing happening. What would be the solution to this problem? What would be multiple solutions to this problem? Whatever you think about is what you're going to attract. So if you're consistently thinking about the problem and how am I going to get over this problem, then you're only manifesting more of the problem because that's what you're thinking about. Focus on the solution. Visualize what would the most amazing outcome be. If this problem was completely fixed, what would that look like? What would that feel like? That's how you manifest solutions coming into your life. That's all you're thinking about. That's all you're focusing on. So that's the only thing you're going to attract. The fourth thing that you can do to kind of get you out of that funk and away from that low is to remember the times when you were most happy, when you were just completely elated and just felt on top of the world. You want to take some time to just think about those moments and remember that there are times when you are just completely happy. There are times when you are just completely grateful to be here. There are times when you feel like you can't be stopped. Those are the times that you need to focus on. Those are the times that you need to remember to evoke that gratitude and just remind yourself, I'm still gonna be extremely happy again. I'm still gonna, be extremely joyful and positive again. Think about that gratitude. Think about the times when you were completely happy, and then you're going to attract more of those times into your life. The sixth thing would be to cry. It's called the good cry. It's when you're crying and it's therapeutic. It's when you just bawl your eyes out and just cry about the thing that you never cried about. Give yourself the validation for whatever hurt you that you didn't allow yourself to cry for. When you finally have that good cry, most of the time it starts from something small where you start crying, and then you start thinking about everything that has ever, invalidated you or hurt you in some way that you didn't cry about, and then you just start doing this big, lovely cry. It physically gives you some therapeutic relief. Maybe that's the closure that you needed to finally let that thing go that happened years ago. The seventh and final thing that you can do, and one of the most vital, they're all vital, but this one really just puts stuff in perspective for you. I was thinking about this the other day, and that's how I came up with it. I was getting low about something, and I was like, okay, will this matter in 5 years from now? And as soon as I asked myself that, I literally bursted out laughing. I was like, not even in the slightest. It was just so funny because it was like, so why are you so fixated on it? So one of the 7 things that you can do is get your notebook, get your notebook out, get you a pen or pencil, and write out everything that you think will matter 5 years from now. Your body, your health, your joy, your passions, pursuing your passions, perfecting your craft, everything that you think, okay, this is what's gonna matter 5 years from now. So that way, when you get low, you can return back to that list. Either physically go back and look at that list, or just think about it in your head and be like, okay, so is this on the list? Because if it's not on the list, take the time to think about it, solutions, what can I do right now, and then move on. Most of us who get low often are already extremely analytical. We think a ton and a ton. So now it's time to take all those thoughts and, use them logically. I understand when we get low, it's like you're just completely irrational. You're just literally not thinking the correct way. And that's why it's another thing about getting control of your body and your mind. With your body, you have that breath work, you have going outside, you have the senses game, and then you need to get analytical with your mind and be like, okay, now how do I calm my mind down? Let me think about the times that I were most happy. Let me think about all the possible solutions that I can have to fix this. Let me think about, will this matter 5 years from now? Yes? Okay, how do I fix it? No? Okay, maybe it's just not that big of a deal. All of these things are just to help you calm your body and your mind down to get you back to that rational state of thinking. We just don't think rationally when we're all riled up and just super tense. I don't know about you all, but when I get low, when I get angry, when I get any type of anything, instantly it's both of them, body and mind. Instantly my heart's all beating fast, I'm all clenched and I'm all tense. I physically feel tense and like I just want to explode. My mind is going a mile a minute with all these crazy thoughts. Before you can even try to think about anything, think about doing anything, you need to calm down first. So that's really why I made this video, and I really extremely hope that it was helpful for you all. Let me know if you have any techniques that you use to calm yourself down or whatever when you get low. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend. Don't leave your friends out hanging to dry on my videos. And as promised, as always, I will be back with another video. I promise you it will not be as long as it was this time. I am back up and running. I'm gonna get this stuff going. So do be looking out for me, but if you just subscribe, you don't have to look out for me because you'll get a notification. Thank you again so much for watching, and have an abundant, amazing day.